Hello viewers, welcome back to Prime Coding channel. I am Aditya Mishra and today we have with us Ram who recently cracked Cognizant GenC role, and he will be telling us how he cracked, what his preparation journey is about, what would be the timeline of your interviews. Everything we'll ask Ram slowly. So please Ram, stage is open for you. You can just tell us about yourself.
Yeah, Aditya. So I'm Ram. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in Geetam University. I'm current final year.
Okay, great, Ram, that you are in final year and you have your opportunity in hand. Great. So let's talk about the Cognizant examination, okay? Because it has an online assessment associated. After that, result will come an interview. So let's speak about online assessment. When was your online assessment?
So my Cognizant online technical assessment was done on October 30.
Okay, okay. So what would be your preparation strategy for it?
So we have like the three clusters totally for the Cognizant. So the first cluster is Java, and second cluster is Python, and third cluster is C Hash.
Hmm.
So I opted cluster 3 C Hash. So there is a common things for all three clusters, which are HTML and SQL and JavaScript. So these are the common. The only difference for every cluster is Java, Python, and C Hash. So I started preparing for my Cognizant. I just prepared basics of SQL and I practiced this SQL queries and basic programming and also writing codes and codes for HTML and JavaScript. So I had a prior knowledge of this HTML and JavaScript and CSS.
Okay. Okay, great. So now you opt for C sharp, isn't it? She has a C sharp for that cluster. So in your interview, like when you cracked it, okay, someday you definitely cracked it, your online assessment. After that, in your interview, which language that they're looking for? They told you specifically to write all the programming or everything in C sharp only?
No, actually there is no restriction on languages while giving your interview. So my cluster is C hash. So I asked interview to interview asked me that which language you are comfortable in. So I said like C++. So he accepted and he started asking me some questions on CPP, and they also want me to write code on CPP.
Okay,
So there is no specific C hash.
Okay, we'll come on to that. But now the thing is, you opt for C sharp, and your favorite programming language is C++. So why you opted for cluster 3?
So I thought before applying for C hash, I thought so Java and Python. There are a lot of people in my college which chooses that cluster. So there is a small hope that I will get huge edge by selecting this C hash. So I had basic knowledge and good solving problem solving skills in C hash, and my main base is like C++. So I opted C hash, which is similar to the. So yeah,
Okay.
that's why for getting an edge in the results, I opted the C hash.
So do you feel you actually got an edge?
Yeah, obviously, I got selected to GenC next role.
Okay, which is totally fantastic because like there are multiple cluster and people are not aware of whether it can provide you an edge or not. Okay, that is the great one. Although you said about the role which you got shortlisted as well. Well, come on, everything. Okay, so let's hop towards your interview. Okay, right after your online assessment, when your interview was scheduled.
So there are totally two phases of interviews were done. So for the first phase of interviews, there are GenC interviews were done on our campus. For the next phase of interviews, they invited us to visit this Cognizant office at Nankiramguda, Hyderabad. So the profiles which are pro and next were invited. So that was on January 21st. So January 21st, we gave our interviews. Yep.
Fantastic. So your interview happened on office, in office, I would say.
Yep.
Like I few of the candidates whom I know, they are giving their interview in their college itself. So can you let us know about phase one? Like phase one people need to attend the interview in the college, or phase two people also need to, or do both of the phases need to go in office itself?
No, actually, phase one interviews are done in our college.
Okay, okay.
Coming to my phase two interviews were done in the Cognizant office. I don't know. The company will tell you where the place
Hmm,
is.
hmm, 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 hmm.
So for the next and pro roles, we got mails to attend in the office, Cognizant office in Hyderabad.
Great, Ram. Great, Ram. So I believe you definitely have friends who attended the interview in campus itself, like in your college, and few people who, like you, attended in office. So do you think there is a difficulty level changes are there, or the level are same itself?
Uh, Definitely, it will be a huge. There will be the huge difference between that. According to the profiles, also the difficulty of the interview will be changed. So whereas like where I observed, the interviews in the college are bit difficult, like bit moderate, and interviews in Cognizant office is like bit harder.
Yeah, that's why I asked you the same question because I know this. Okay, so great, Ram. We got to know about the thing as well. So viewers, if your interview is in office, try harder. Okay, so great. So you opt for cluster three, you got an edge, and you successfully cracked the online assessment, and you went in the interview. Now, before moving towards the interview, most of the people do want to know that Cognizant interview is versatile. You can't expect what type of question that they can ask you there. Even it could be some HR based or resume based, or it can be on your core subject based, or it could be only about your programming skills. Because as far as I know, multiple standards are there. Okay. So in this particular cumbersome or messy thing, how you decided or how you prepared yourself?
So for like do before going to the interview, I was like having like less confidence. So I had knowledge of preparing for other companies also, but where I'm lacking is confidence. So that I started giving mock interviews as starts platforms like Prime Coding, and I gave a mock interview for you also. So when I attended, uh, like when I attended multiple mock interviews, so I got to know where I'm lacking with, and I started preparing for where I'm lacking the so
Yeah.
so I started with where I'm weak. So I covered the subjects. So I went to the interview, and yeah, I
Okay.
cracked it. That's it.
Okay. So Ram, I know that mock interview will help you out, but mock interview will let you know about your weakness, isn't it? But
Yes.
before mock interview, what was your path? Like, yes, you got your result date, you have your date with you. Now you might have started the work, learning on it. Okay, we have this much date. I need to manage it properly. I need to learn it. So, how was your procedure? What do you think of how you started?
Okay. So after giving our assessments, there was no specific date for Cognizant because Cognizant do take lot of time to declare results. So I know there is lot of time to prepare. So I started preparing from for 3 or 2 months to the interview dates, and so so there was no specific date for interview. So I start after clearing assessment. There is a successful. There is a mail got. I got as your technical assessment was successfully done. So I know that I will give a. I will attend for our interview. So I started preparing for my interview on that time. So I covered every basics from arrays, strings, and basic math, and up to a linker list I'm perfect with. And later on I just pressed on SQL and mainly oops. So where my previous GenC interviewers in my college interview, they asked more about oops concepts with coding also. They had to explain oops concept with the code. So I started preparing for oops concepts also in depth.
Mhm.
So yeah, by the time of interview, I was like perfect in everything.
Yeah, because I also remember when I meet you in the mock interview, you said that my interview date is just 2 days after the session. So I told you you need to work a lot. Yeah, so that is another part. So can you let us know about your interview experience now? Because I know whatever question that is asked to you, but your juniors or your peers also want to know that, like what all questions was asked. So please disclose the mystery.
Yeah. So firstly, there were two interviews. So one connected on the laptop and one in front of me. So they started with a HR question, which is like, what do you hate the most in your college, and how do you face that, and how do you overcome it? So I just gave a answer which is quite good, and it grabs the interviewer's attention. And later on, we moved to a coding part directly without any oops and SQL. So interviewer asked me to write a code of the reverse string. So it was quite easy code. I just performed it. So after writing that code, he asked me give a line-to-line explanation for everything, including so the libraries which I mentioned in the code. So after how it mean works and why you declaring a string in a CPP is different from the other languages. So declaration of strings in the string in this code, and I used a while logic to reverse a string. So the code which I wrote, they asked me every line to line explanation, as well as there is another code given for me to solve as like math sort. So they haven't expected me to write the whole code. So they just asked me about the logic. So I explained two logics for that. So one is math sort, and whereas another part is like explaining using STL collections. So whereas sorting techniques, we got similar time complexity with a different space complexity. So it was done, and we came to this oops concepts. So every oops concept are like very like they ask every oops concept. So they asked about comparisons with like abstraction versus encapsulation. What's the difference between them? So in depth. So they gave me a scenario based question. And moving to SQL question, SQL part, so they asked me joins, triggers, ACID properties, and they gave me a hypothetical question, and they asked me to write a query on it. And before and after that, we had a discussion on our projects. So they took nearly 20 to 25 minutes on project discussion. So later on, they asked me to uh, uh, talk talk something on a topic, which is this is a funny topic. They asked me to speak continuously in 2 minutes. They gave me a topic of pick, so it was like it was done. So that was my interview. These are my questions.
Okay. So great. It was a great interview. But like me and my viewers, I know what you have said in the topic of pick.
So first of all, I was like, but like interview also laughed after saying your topic is pig. So I started with a low confident words. So I started speaking about pig. It has four legs. It was like different in colors. It was it was used as a food in many foreign countries, and as well as yeah, there were like I said after that, after I'm saying about this pig, interview laughed started laughing because he felt that was the funniest topic. So I got a break of 2 minutes over there. So I just went social, I went socially on pig, which is like recently we had transplantations in pig to human. So I changed the topic to whole another level. So it helped me a lot. Yeah, this was my that answers for that pig topic.
Great, great round. So before, like when you started your interview experience, I want to ask you first. You said there were two rounds. One is computer and another was not computer. We don't get that. So what is about that two rounds?
Not computer. Like that two interviews at the time of a technical interview.
Two
So
interviewers.
yeah, two
Okay,
interviews.
okay.
So
Then we
one
got it.
interviewer joined on a laptop from different location, and one
Mhm.
in front of my table. Yeah,
Okay. So virtual and offline both is happening on the same place. Okay,
exactly. Yeah.
okay. I got your point. Okay. So many questions were asked to you, as you also wrote about merge sort code. You also wrote there.
No, they just asked me about logic. That's it.
Okay, that is pseudocode one. Like how it
Yeah.
would work. Okay,
Hmm.
great. And what was your duration of the interview?
It was nearly 1 hour 25 minutes.
So you need to be stay calm for 1 hour 25 minutes straight.
Exactly. I felt like some I kept in a oven, but I just managed it to keep my patience. Uh, and yeah, I cracked it.
Great. So have you bought any courses or anything like to study for these kind of thing like an OA assessment or preparing for interview? Have you bought some any course?
Yeah, our college provided us some material before for this interview preparations. So there is no specific for this Cognizant. So I was preparing for another companies also for. So these are common subjects which are going to come in every interview. So yeah, it was a common preparation for every company as this, like there is nothing special for this Cognizant. And there are a lot of things that which helped me before this cracking this interview. So that is mainly taking a mock interviews that will boost your confidence, and that's for sure. And I took my mock interviews with the prime coding. This is not for the promotion sake. I'm honestly saying, after having a prime coding interview, the personality and my mindset has completely changed. So until then, I had knowledge, but there is no confidence. Even if you are having knowledge, without having confidence, you won't even sit for 1 hour 25 minutes. So yeah, after having mock interviews, it helped me greatly. Yeah, these were my preparation things. Yeah, the things which like I took as additionally is like uh, watching YouTube videos of prime coding, and that they kept a lot of videos of interview questions and stuff. Watching regular playlists, updated playlists, and many of things related to this interview questions, and yeah, these help me a lot.
Yeah, great. So, Ram, like you went through mock interview and I tested your skills like anything. Like we spent more than 60 minutes, I believe, and we spoke a
Yeah.
lot like on the resources because you were too hurry and you are at the some other stage because I know you like sleepless for a day. You were telling me I'm in the traveling and blah blah. You told me a lot and you said I want to prepare and there is no other way out. So I also spoke about multiple resources with the links I provided. Yeah, you need to study this, you need to study this. So do you think like being for in a session which is more than 90 minutes is totally worth for a while? Not asking for the promotion, just an honest review. Not a problem.
See, it's like honestly, so spending a 300 for a session is completely worth.
Yeah.
So actually, if you want me to share experience with Aditya, bro, is like, yeah, we scheduled our interview and I was absent for it. We planned for another interview.
Yeah.
So I was keen to have a mock interview before attending to the main interview. So yeah, I took another mock interview with Aditya. Yeah. For this on that session, I was still in an absence of mind. I was in a hurry. I was in a traveling to my
Oh.
like Hyderabad place. Like
Mm-hmm.
from traveling to Vizag to Hyderabad. Yeah, it's like yeah, it was hard time to me on that time while interviewing, like taking this mock interview. On that time, I know I was a bit confident not confident, overconfident on my knowledge.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So when Aditya bro started asking me, and it was like, yeah, AK-47 shooting continuous questions, and not so there is no particular pointing you, and your like there is nothing disgrace you over there. While taking mock interview, he pointed everything I should improve on the moment. So I was lacking with confidence. So yeah, after that, I texted Aditya, bro, that anyway I will crack this interview and I'll text you after getting my result. So today I just yeah cracked it.
Yeah.
So lots of gratitude to the Aditya bro. He helped me a lot to boost my confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, typically it's depending upon the confidence level, because I always tell that confidence do matter, because few people are very overconfident on their knowledge, few people are so underconfident on their knowledge. That thing will show him or her a face or a mirror that where you are lagging in. Okay,
Yes.
it is a different part now. Okay, so like right after your interview, have you received any other communication mail from Cognizant that yeah, congratulations, there is an offer letter or there is an LOI, वगैरह?
No. It's like we had a platform between Cognizant and ours. So
Okay.
there is a channel called Superset.
Yeah.
So from that we are having a communication. So after having interview, I just got a mail. Got your interview was done successfully, and that's the last mail I have received after my interview. And after waiting for a 1 month, it's nearly like January 21st to and February 21st. I have received my cognizant result.
Interview. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also thought of like it's took so long that still interview result is not being published. But yeah, great. Okay, Ram. Like there are many resources on internet which I believe which I created, like which I also told you please go through the oops video, go through this video, because at that time I believe you are not able to solve the programming question under pressure, and most of the basic foundation question you were lagging into because your definition was not on the point. You were just giving the generalized way out, isn't it? So have you referred those videos?
Yes. Obviously, I have just referred every playlist that you have kept in that channel. So after seeing that questions, and you also explained after every question you have explained in that. So as you said, just give a over answer for every question
Hmm.
while doing our mock interviews. So that's the thing everyone lacks with. So they're having knowledge and they're not having a right way of projecting it
Yeah.
to the interviewers. So when the interviewer asks a question, so first of all you understand the question where Aditya bro told me like like it's a like slap shot like bro you are telling over answer for a comprehensive answer for a small question. You have to be short and crisp, so don't make it long. So yeah, after that I just started thinking, okay, how to understand the question first, and later on we had to answer it.
Yeah.
So don't give over explanation to it. Just make it simple. That's it.
Yeah, over explanation, the means few questions do requires explanation, but there is a difference between explanation and an over explanation. That you
Yeah.
should not speak a lot on a specific thing, which is totally tremendous mistake that people do, because there you have a time bound. Okay, we won't spend more than an hour or more than 1 hour and 25 minutes, isn't it? So that is the biggest issue which you overcome and you got the opportunity. Okay, fantastic. We got a lot of insights of interview, of timeline and everything. Okay, so just winding up this video, can you tell us in a nutshell what all resources a people should follow to crack the interview? Because right now, multiple colleges do have their interview rounds now, because results recently been declared, and in few upcoming weeks they would be having their interviews. Okay, so please help them out what they need to study, and they are done with it.
Okay. So uh, first of all, choose a language. So whereas I choose CBP, so I have prepared up to linked list before my interview. So I followed Stiver's channel. So later for preparing SQL, prime coding and oops prime coding. Yeah, and some questions of OS and cyber channel. Sorry, gates matches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
these are my things which I prepared, and after having that knowledge and subject, go through the interview questions. They will help you a lot.
Previous
So
year also.
yeah, previous interview experiences. So that's from Prime Coding playlist. You'll have a great videos over there. Watch every company specific interview experiences. That will help you a lot. Not only specific Cognizant.
Mhm.
Watch TCS and Cognizant, Capgemini, everything Aditya Pro uploaded in the playlist. It will really help you a lot. That's my
Yeah,
suggestion.
because I also get to know because I always put multiple kind of interview experiences, even though they are solutions too. So I believe these service-based company have the same criteria. It can be that TCS interview experience can repeat in Cognizant or Capgemini and much more. So you need to be super active in all of the service-based company interview trends, isn't it, Ram?
Yes.
Okay, great. So it was very nice talking to you, Ram. I will be providing viewers, I will be providing Ram so that you can go and ask about anything. Like, is that true, Ram, that everything which you told has been recommended or promotional, which we don't do? I never said about Ram to promote anything. Okay, so your LinkedIn ID either would be in the comment box or you can find in the description so that you can reach out to Ram and ask whatever doubts you have. He is very helpful man, very kind man. He will definitely help you out with all the stuffs. Isn't it, Ram? Don't
Yes.
ignore, guys, okay?
Hmm.
Okay, and the last quick tip, a single line. Okay, don't be so comprehensive now. You just
Yeah.
need to, you just need to give a last quick line to your peers and juniors who because you got placed after rejections. Okay, so right now also there would be many people who are facing rejection and not get placed somewhere, and it may be they are having multiple opportunities on the line. So few of a motivation and few as a guidance so that the rest of people can get placed now.
Okay. So simple things. Never give up. So take every failure as your just stepping stones. Be confident and work rigorously until you crack something. And every opportunity deserves something. So just grab it. That's it.
Yeah, great. Confidences do matter because I saw the confidence into you, Ram, when we were speaking about it. You have that confidence, but yes, you are lagging in the delivery part, which you did. Okay. I forget to ask one question. From Gen C next, it's been demoted to Gen C. Okay. So, what do you think that I made this mistake? Because some way around you might have did some mistake or somewhere you lose the thing. That's why it was the reason that you got demoted, or what was the actual thing? Because there can be n number of reasons, isn't it? So that the viewers won't do that mistake and they can get placed there.
So I think I did perform very good. There is no specific part where I lacked with, but as per the company's requirement, also depends upon company's
Hmm.
requirements also.
Hmm.
So in my college, there are only two next profile got selected, and one pro, and everyone is in GenC. So
Yeah.
depends upon the company's requirement.
Yeah. Because I also got shocked because you got everything, you have revised everything, you was having a comprehensive knowledge because you won't be sitting just quiet whenever question comes to you. You know the answer of it, but you just need a delivery thing which you did. So there is no reason to fall back or something. So yes, there are some times that your interview went good, your interview would be very happy, but still it can be the reason that due to requirement it be demoted to the something else, but this is not an issue. You should have a job right after your college. That is our main motive, okay, which you did, Ram.
Yeah,
Okay, so it was nice talking to you, Ram, and I guess I'm done from my side, and if you
yeah,
want to add something you can, otherwise we can wind up this podcast now.
yeah. Like like I want to just say juniors thing, just to don't take rejections too hard on you. So just try for many companies until you get cracked. So don't stop when you got a rejection. Yeah.
Great. So that is the message from Ram also. Please go and reach out to Ram. And whatever doubts you have, you can comment down below. If Ram is free, he will be letting you know. Otherwise, I will be. Okay. So thanks for watching till now. If you are watching, please consider like this video because Ram took a few more time to speak with us and guide you help, as well as subscribe the channel so that you will get more content like this. And yes, thanks for watching.